My name's John Thornhill, and I'm going to make an extremely bold promise to you right now that I know will be hard to believe at first, but I have the proof to back up my promise. If you follow my 3 keys to success that I'm going to reveal to you over the next 7 days, I can 100% guarantee your success. Now, I know this might be hard to believe, but I have the proof to back this claim up, and I'm going to show you all of it in abundance over the next 7 days. I know it sounds like hype, but let me just show you something that will make it clear I'm telling you the truth.
Hey, this is Richard Legg. Now, I've been marketing online for about a decade now, and I've been making 6 figures a year for about 7 of those years. And so I've seen firsthand some of the horrible scams and unethical sales methods that are out there. I want you to know that John Thornhill's reputation as an honest and ethical mentor is absolutely impeccable. Now, I know just hearing this from me isn't enough to let you know that John's someone who's trustworthy, so I wanted to show you something that will hopefully get your attention. Now, if you've followed the make money online industry for any period of time, then I'm sure you've heard of the Warrior Forum. Now, if you don't already know, the Warrior Forum is absolutely brutal when it comes to reviewing the products sold in this industry. The Warrior Forum participants have a reputation for tearing people and their products apart for the smallest of reasons, okay? Now, doesn't that make you want to know what the Warrior Forum members have to say about John Thornhill? In this post over here, there's a Warrior member asking about one of John's training courses, and he wanted to know more about John as a professional in the industry. So, look at what the other members had to say. So, if we scroll down here, according to Patricia J., she bought her first ebooks from him a couple of years ago and had never heard a bad word said about him. Scroll down a bit further, more and more here. It says, John Thornhill is down to earth, straight and very professional. His ebook writing course is a surefire way to make a living from selling electronic information products online, and he gives you all the info you need and gives you advice and all the necessary tools on the way. He's a truly stand-up guy whom I admire and trust. And we scroll down here to Amir says, after knowing Thornhill for years, you'd say his teachings are second to none. They've joined his coaching program and learned 10 times more than he promised in his sales letter. And we scroll down even more, we got Ricky Allen here. He says he's known John for a good few years now and also worked with him. He always creates top class products and gives great value in everything he creates. So as you can see, all of these warriors are active in the forum, so you know that they understand this industry and all the snake oil salesmen that are out there. As you can see, these savvy warrior members all have only positive things to say about the impeccably honest John Thornhill.
Now that you can see the kind of reputation I have, I want you to know that when you follow my training over the next 7 days, I'm going to reveal to you how you can become a success this year in 2014. Guaranteed. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about me. I actually started marketing online way back in 1999. That's when I received my first computer. And almost straight away I was fascinated by what the internet had to offer. And I was trying to make money online almost from day one. I tried many different things, most of which didn't work. My big break came for me when I discovered eBay, and this was in 2002. And to cut a long story short, I ultimately found a way to sell digital information products, ebooks and things like that on eBay. And basically I did very well at that. And I then decided to teach other people how I was making my money on eBay. So one little note you might want to take here is if you can ever find a way to make money or do something online that's going to make people's lives easier, you can probably make money selling the information. Now, I became successful enough doing this to quit my day job in 2006. And since then, I have built a total subscriber base that currently stands at well over 200,000 subscribers. I've also generated over $5 million in sales so far online. Now, when I look back at that, I find that, it's crazy. It's crazy that a guy in my position could, generate that much in sales. I also have many successful clients who have generated millions of dollars thanks to my training. Now, I want you to understand, it wasn't always like that. This is how life used to be for me. Now, what you are looking at is the exact spot I used to work. I actually found this image on my cell phone after I gave up my job. It was actually a few months later when I was just browsing through pictures. And I'm so glad I have this picture to sort of remind me where I've came from, and also now I can show you what I used to do. Now, I used to work in a car plant, and I used to work on what was called the door line. You can actually see the car doors on the right-hand side of the screen. And if you look on the left-hand side, those were the parts that we had to fit to the doors. This kind of job was very, very hard. It was very, very fast-paced. Basically, you used to work on the production line, and the line dictated how fast you had to work. It was hot, it was dirty, and it wasn't a very, very nice job to have. Now, when I look back, I actually think this is a sort of blessing in disguise, because I had to get out of this place. It was driving me crazy. We were effectively human robots, and it's not the best job in the world to have. But I went from there to where I am right now, and this is actually where I am recording this video from right now. I'm actually sat at that desk. I'm in my purpose-built office down by the riverside here in the northeast of England. So, that's what I've achieved over the last few years. Now, I've basically changed my life. I've completely changed my life thanks to the internet. Now, I've gone on long enough about myself, because this video training isn't about me. It's about you, okay? And it's about what I can do for you to ensure your success in 2014. I want to just show you one example of a wonderful lady who followed my guidance to become an online success in 2013.
Hello everyone, my name's Sue Worthington. I've got an online business which I've been running now for just over 3 years, and I specialise in teaching small business owners and entrepreneurs how to use social media effectively to market their businesses. And I have the luxury of earning my living from the comfort of my home, and that is largely down to one person. And that person is the totally amazing John Thornhill. Now, I have had mentors before during my online journey, and I don't regret those experiences at all, because each one has provided me with valuable learning experiences. You do need a mentor. You can't do it all alone. You need the support that a mentor provides you. And yes, you may need more than one mentor at different times. But ironically enough, the 2 previous mentors I've had were both past students of John Thornhill, which I didn't know at the time. Now, when I was looking online, looking about John, I didn't find one single bad word about him. Now that, I think, is rare.
So would you like to make a living from the comfort of your own home, like Sue does now? I'm hoping the answer is yes, or you probably wouldn't be sat here watching this video. Now, I want to sort of get this across. If you look at the 2 images there, we've got the A to B, which is a hard way to become successful. That's the way I did it. I made tons and tons of mistakes, and it took me 7 years to get to a position to quit my job. And we have the A to B, which is how I'm going to show you how to become successful. I've made all of the mistakes, so you don't have to. So hopefully I'm going to sort of show you where you may be going wrong, the mistakes you may be making right now, and I'm going to show you how to put them right. Now, it's very, very important you understand right away the sort of mistakes you might be making, because a lot of people are doing things completely wrong. And I want to cover a few things people are doing online that will basically mean they'll never become successful, okay? There's certain things and certain qualities you have to have. The first mistake I see a lot of people make is they have the wrong mindset. How much do you want this? How much do you want to become successful online? The average person will say, yeah, John, yeah, I want to be successful, but that's about it. They're just saying it. Do you really want it, or do you want it? You have to really, really want this. In fact, it should be something you think about when you wake up on a morning, and something you think about before you go to sleep. You have to be prepared to sacrifice time, maybe sometimes with family, with friends, going out partying. You have to sacrifice things like wasting time on Facebook, lots and lots of things like that. You have to want this. And if you want this, then it can happen. But most people, they think they want it, but they actually don't. It's just something they are playing around at. They're playing the internet marketing game. They're not serious. I'd probably estimate over 95% of people have the completely wrong mindset. This is something you can address right now. You have to change your mindset and be positive and say, look, I'm going to do this. No matter what happens, I want this. This one, if you quit, you fail. Most people won't quit at the first hurdle, but they will quit at the second hurdle, or maybe the 10th hurdle, or the 15th hurdle. Every single day, you're going to encounter hurdles and problems. It's how you deal with those problems that will make the difference. Every single day in my business, something happens where I have to solve a problem. Now, if it's something I can't solve, I'll hopefully find someone who can solve it. But at the end of the day, I don't quit. Okay? I never ever quit. From the day I received my first computer, I was just thinking about, making money online, and I got really, really determined to do this. My mindset changed, and I thought nothing is going to make me stop. And every single hurdle I came across, I overcame. So again, it's a mindset thing here. If you quit, you fail, but you should never ever quit, no matter how many hurdles you face. A lot of people are actually scared of failure. They will worry about maybe what other people are going to think if they fail. This is something I can sort of relate to. When I was first starting out, as you know, it took me a few years to start to see any sort of income online. I used to think, what will my family think if this doesn't work? What will my friends think if this doesn't work? Because a lot of my friends, they knew I was trying to make money on my computer. That's all they're saying. John is on his computer again. Are you coming out for a drink tonight, John? Sorry, no, guys. I'm working on my computer or whatever. And it got to a point where some people would sort of think, he's crazy, and that sort of can get in your mind, and it can sort of play with your mind, and you can start to become scared of failing. Now, the only way you can really change this is going back to mindset. You have to think, look, it doesn't matter how many times I fail, because one day it's going to work. I'm going to become a success. And obviously, over the next 7 days, I'm going to hopefully completely change the way you think about making money online. So, if this is something you can relate to, that should change hopefully very, very soon if you follow what I'm going to teach. A lot of people want to earn money for doing nothing. Now, if I said to you right now, do you want to earn money for doing nothing? Of course you are going to say yes. I want to earn money for doing nothing. We all do. We all have this image about internet marketing where we are, laying back on a sun lounger on a beach, sipping a cocktail, while our business runs itself and money falls from the skies or falls from our laptop or whatever. It doesn't work like that. I've been doing this now for 15 years, and I still have to put a lot of hours in. Granted, now my business is at a position now where I can actually go and take a vacation and the money will keep coming in. I could probably take 6 months out and still be earning enough to support my family, but to get there took work. Okay, now the reason a lot of products out there, not so much, how can I word this, don't sell so well. The reason a lot of products sell so well, or the reason a lot of sales pages convert so well, is because they play on this very factor here that people want to earn money for doing nothing. We all know the term push button riches. We all know, automated income, things like that. That's a sort of products that a lot of scrupulous marketers create. They make you think that you can, install some software and money will start coming out of your laptop. Let me get this across to you right now. That is not going to happen. Okay, it's not going to happen. So you need to understand, if you want to earn money for doing nothing, you are going to get nowhere. It is going to take work. Okay, hopefully, you're going to get this after my training. But if you're thinking of it's not going to be hard work, you may as well turn this video off right now, because what I'm going to teach you involves work. Okay, and the people who get that and the people who are going to follow what I teach will progress. Being part of the herd. This one, we have what I call herd mentality. We all have it, where we see a product, sometimes a product launch going on, or sometimes we see maybe a Warrior special offer in the Warrior forum, and there's tons and tons and tons of positive comments, and you want to be part of the herd buying this product. You will read all of the comments and all of the people who have been buying it, and you think, I have to have this. What is this product that everyone's talking about? That is what's called herd mentality. Now, I can be sold to like anyone else. Like anyone else, I'm probably actually one of the easiest people to sell to. But I spot it. I've learned to spot when I'm being part of the herd. And what you have to do is change your mentality so you're not like everyone else. You have to change into a person that sells to that type of person. You need to create the products and services that create a herd mentality. I hope this makes sense, because it's sometimes a little hard to explain, but if you're just the typical guy or the typical girl who's part of the herd, who just goes along buying everything, then you're going to get nowhere. This one is so big. And I think you know this. Not building a list. Now, a lot of my subscribers are not building their mailing list. And, you know, I've actually surveyed my subscribers many times, of which I'll be talking a little bit about in some of my videos. But if this is something that you're not doing, you need to change this right now. As soon as this video has finished, you need to address the fact you're not building a list. The best way to get this across is, you're watching this video right now, right this minute, because either I have sent you here, or someone else has sent you here, probably from an email you received. Now, if that doesn't tell you the importance of building a list, nothing will. Building a list is the single most important thing you will ever do to build your online business. Please don't put this off a minute longer. This one is huge, and probably one of the biggest reasons people are failing online. Jumping from one product to another. A typical scenario will be someone who buys a product, you know, they like the look of the sales page. It will usually push some sort of automated riches or push button program. They buy the product, have a look at the product, and find, you know what it is, this product's not the way I was expecting it, or I actually have to do some work now. Maybe there's something else out there. So then they keep looking. And of course, the average marketer is getting bombarded daily with emails to their inbox, you know, promising easy riches, promising the latest, you know, the latest greatest thing that you can make you money, things like that. And they just keep jumping from one product to the next to the next. If this is you, it needs to stop now. It needs to stop, because all you are doing is lining other marketers' pockets. You need to think to yourself, do you know what it is? I'm not really trying anything. If I jump from one product to another, I'm not really trying anything. Now, there is a chance you've bought something that can help you, that will probably work, but if you keep jumping from one product to another, how are you going to give something a fair chance? It doesn't happen overnight, okay? And that's the problem. People want it overnight. They want success now. You know, they want the automated success today. And they go looking for that, and they end up jumping from one product to another. So, you know, if this is you, it needs to stop. This one is huge. Only thinking about the money. A lot of people come to me and they say, you know, John, can you just show me how to start making something? Just something online. Just you know, $50 a month. Just something. I want to start seeing some results. And the problem that person has is they are just thinking about money. And that's not how you should think. You need to change your mindset. So instead of thinking about how can you make money, you should think, how can I help others? Because if you can come up with products or services that help other people, then the money will come in all on its own, okay? Forget about the money, forget all about it. Think about how you can provide a service or create a product that helps other people. There are some people online who sort of have an attitude where they think the world owes them something. They think maybe because, you know, they've had something happen in their lives that they're due something, some good luck or something like that. You know, don't get me wrong, I put the lottery on, you know, I want to win the lottery, but you know, it's not a right to win the lottery or something like have something like that happen. And if you have an attitude like that, where you're sort of waiting for that big moment, it's not going to happen, because the world owes you nothing. The only person who can change the situation you are in right now is you. Okay? You have to get that. I can't change it. I can provide you with training that can hopefully make you put some effort in and make that change. But the world owes you nothing. You are the only person who can change your situation. Nobody else. This one, I don't even need to spend more than 20 seconds on this. If you create poor quality products, you are going to fail online, because you're going to get tons of refund requests, bad reviews, your reputation will be ruined. You need to put 100% into everything you do online, and it makes no difference if it's something you're giving away an article you're writing, even such something so small as a post on Facebook. You know, if you're giving information away on Facebook, you have to put everything into it, because people are judging you on every single thing you do. And if you put poor work out there, it's going to reflect on you. And believe me, you are going to find it very, very, very hard to succeed, especially online with social media and people's reputations. You know, it's very, very easy to ruin your reputation. So make sure everything you do, everything, is the best you can possibly make it. This one's quite a big one too. A lot of people, it sort of goes back to only thinking about the money and not really thinking about how to help other people. Let me ask you a question. If you were receiving 100 emails per day from different people who wanted your help, would you say that as a good thing or a bad thing? Now, a lot of people would say that as a bad thing. You know, they would think, why would I want to spend all day replying to people, helping them and answering emails? Well, if you ever get in that situation, you're then in a situation to hopefully start making money, because if they want help for something, you can hopefully provide the solution in the form of an information product. But the point I'm trying to get across here is, a lot of people don't bother replying to emails, or ignore people on Facebook, or hide behind a support desk what they never monitor. You know, especially when people get bigger online. I mean, yes, I have a support desk, but I don't hide behind it. I make myself available on my support desk. And ultimately, if you want to get help from me, you will get help from me. You know, you have to, if you're sort of wanting to become successful online, you have to put yourself in a position where you're prepared to help others. Now, I'm actually going to make a recommendation here. And it will, I promise, it will change the way you think about making money online, because a lot of people still have the wrong mindset and are still thinking wrong about this. Now, I want you to actually, after this video, go and look at this book, you know, The Go-Giver. You'll probably find it on Kindle, or, you know, it's only a short read. It's probably 3 or 4 hours at most. But I promise you, it will change the way you think about not just making money online, but about serving other people. And ultimately, that's what this is about. It's about serving other people and helping their lives, helping enrich their lives in whatever way it may be. And if you get that right, the money comes in all on its own. So please just go, you know, write this down right now, The Go-Giver. After the video, go and have a quick read of that, and I promise you it will change the way you think about making money online. Another one is thinking it's easy. You know, a lot of my subscribers and a lot of people online think that it's going to be easy if they just find the right system, tool, software, website, service, whatever it may be. They think it's going to be easy if only they could find that magic bullet, or magic whatever you want to call it, that's going to make it happen. Let me tell you, it's not easy, okay? It took me 7 years to get in a position to quit my job. 7 years. Now, obviously, I made tons of mistakes, and if I started over right now, you know, from scratch, I would estimate I could probably get to that stage in under 12 months because of what I know. But it's not easy, and it's never easy, okay? We are constantly getting challenged in our online businesses. You know, as things evolve, you have to sort of be on top of your game, and you can't lapse for too long, okay? I want you to understand, getting to a position to quit your job isn't easy, but actually, you know, running day to day isn't easy as well. Running your business day to day. You need to get, you know, you understand this. We are running a business, okay? This is not something what you can have a half-hearted go at, okay? So hopefully you're going to get this. If you're going to take anything away from today's video, I want you to understand that, you know, it's not something you're just going to be able to sit back and watch happen. You have to put the work in. Now, over the last few months, I have been running a series of webinars. And when attendees were attending my webinars, I was running a quick survey. And I'm going to reveal some of the results of these surveys, just to sort of share with you the attitude that most people have online. Now, the first question I asked people was, have you ever bought a product that has promised it would be easy to make money online? Now, 94% of people who took my survey have bought a product that have promised it will be easy to make money online. Now, let me tell you, you've never bought a product off me that's promised that. I explain that I can help you make money, but I never promise it's easy. Okay? Unfortunately, most products do. They tell you it's going to be easy because they know that's how they're going to sell you their product. Obviously, that's just classic copywriting. It's almost like the weight loss niche. Especially, in the new year, in January, you'll see a lot of weight loss products being sold, and they try and push it as being easy. But if it were easy, then there wouldn't be so many obese people in the world. Does that make sense? So you have to understand that it's not easy. Again, I'm keep going on about this point, but most of the products I promise it's going to be easy are talking garbage. Okay? This question I asked, out of all of the products you bought online, how many have failed to deliver on what they promised? So remember, 94% said it was going to be easy. So how come it doesn't reflect this answer here? Most people, 58%, said the products failed to deliver. 24% said every single product they've bought. And as you can see, just by looking at these answers, nearly every single product fails to deliver on what they promise. And that is because they make false promises. Which leads me to the next question. Do you trust most online marketers? 88% said no, which is understandable if they are making false promises and selling products that don't work. It's perfectly understandable. Hopefully this is sort of opening your eyes to what's going on, in the internet marketing world. And this is a question that scares me, actually. The answer scares me. How much would you estimate you have spent online so far in order to become successful? Most people have spent well over $1,000 up to $5,000, but 5%, that's quite a lot, have spent over $25,000 trying to become successful online. Now, one of the reasons I believe this happens, 25,000 plus is, let's say, for example, you give me 25,000 of your hard-earned dollars to create a product for you, okay? Now, if you actually came to me and said, John, I'll give you 25 grand to create a product for me, there's every chance I'd take you up on that, okay? We'd have to have a consultation, but let me, just bear with me here. Let's say I create this product for you, I set it all up, we launch the product, and it makes you $30,000. You would probably think, brilliant, that guessing, listening to this, you'd say, that's great, John, yeah, that's great. But let me ask you a question. What would you have learned? What would you be taking away from that? Apart from $5,000, which is good, but the point I'm trying to make here is you've learned nothing. Now, a lot of people buy high-ticket, done-for-you services, but at the end of the day, they're not teaching you anything. Now, let me change this a little. Let's say I did create a product for you for $25,000 and then left you to your own devices to sell it. And let's say you sold $500 worth. So you're $24,500 down, but you still haven't learned anything. Can you see why a lot of people are sort of wasting money on big ticket done-for-you services? Because ultimately it gets you nowhere. You need to learn how to make money. You need to learn how to create the products. You need to learn the process. If you don't, then how can you get anywhere else? How can you move forward if you're paying someone or you outsource everything? I mean, a lot of people come to me and say, can I outsource all of this? Well, to a certain extent you can, but what are you as a person learning? So, you need to understand that if you truly, truly, truly want to become successful, you need to learn a lot of things. And that's what I'm going to be teaching you. Now, I covered a lot of reasons why people are failing online, okay? But that's nothing. Now it's time to cover the excuses people make. This is how I want to finish today's video. A lot of people out there just simply don't want it bad enough and they simply make excuses. This is the biggest one of all. We've all said this. Me included, I'll be honest, me included, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to build an online business. Let's imagine this typical scenario. Someone would tell me, John, I don't have the time to do this. I can't do this. I have to get up at 6 a.m. I'm up at 6 a.m. I have to get the kids ready for school. I have to get everything ready, get the kids to school, make breakfast, do all of that sort of thing. Get the kids to school. Then I have to go to work, John. You don't have to understand. I'm at work. I'm at work till 6 p.m. I come home. I have to get the kids dinner ready, get the kids ready for bed. I have to do the housework, whatever it may be. I have to do all of that, John. All of that. I've got no time. How can I possibly build an online business when I have no time? I say, okay. Yeah, I looked at your Facebook status today. 50 updates. Where did you find the time to do that? Ah, John, you don't understand. That was when I was on my lunch break. Or that was on my morning tea break. Yeah? Okay. So could you not take that maybe 1 hour wasted today on Facebook or YouTube and take that time and build your business? Well, John, it's my dinner hour and I like to relax. I like to sit on my cell phone and just browse, see what my friends are doing. Can you see where I'm going with this? But let's take it another step further. John, you've got no idea. I don't even have time to do that. There's no updates on Facebook for me. I've got no time. I only get a 15-minute lunch break or whatever. But let's imagine this scenario. John, you've got no idea. I come home at 6 p.m. Okay, I have to get the kids' dinner ready. I have to prepare everything, get them to bed. It's 10 p.m. Guess what, John? I'm going back to work. I've got 2 jobs. I'm back to work at 2 in the morning. Now I know this is extreme, guys, but bear with me. I'm going to work at 2 in the morning. I come home. I'm back up at 6 for the next day. I've got no time. I can't do this. I'd say, okay, take it out of your sleep. John, come on, are you serious? I actually am being serious. How much do you want this? Take it out of your sleep. If you have to take half an hour or an hour per day out of your sleep to build your business, and that's, if that's the only time you can find, that's what you do. When I was working in the car plant, there was a shift called back shift. And basically, I used to finish at 1:30 a.m. Okay, 1:30 in the morning. And that was when I was at my most productive. I used to take sleep out during that week when I was on that shift. And I would basically have about 4 or 5 hours per day sleep. If you can't find the time, you have to do that. Now, most people can't find the time. Most people are busy watching American Idol, 2.5 Men, whatever, and then they come to me and tell me they've got no time. Or you'll see their TVO box or Skybox in the UK, and it's full of all of the programs you've watched, like Coronation Street in the UK. All of the TV. The people waste so much time watching TV, but then they say they can't build a business. Come on. How much do you want it? That's what it boils down to. If you're making time an excuse, you don't want it bad enough. And again, it's back to mindset. Okay? Hopefully I've got that across. Never, ever, 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 ever come to me and tell me you've got no time. This one, I can relate to this one. I've been there. I've been in a position where I had very, very little money. I was actually in $75,000 worth of debt when I was working in the car plant. I used to live from day to day, month to month. I know what it's like. But again, this is an excuse, and I have to be, I'm guessing people now saying, you what, John? Are you being serious? Yes, I am being serious. Now, the fact you're watching this video means you have a computer or have access to a computer. That means you have what it takes to become successful online. Because as long as you find the time, see where I'm going with the time again, you don't need the money. Because you can get started on a shoestring budget. You can actually, if you can get a domain name bought and get some web space, $10 a month, most people can find that. And again, if this is something where John, I haven't even got $10 per month, then you go to Fiverr and you do some gigs. Fiverr.com. Do some gigs for $5. Now, there's a term I like to use. If you have to go and dance like a chicken, stay with me here. If you have to go and dance like a chicken, you have to go and dance like a chicken. Now, the reason I say that is I once paid a guy $5 to dance like a chicken to the Birdie song, holding up a sign that was advertising one of my websites. He was actually doing quite well. He got quite a few gigs every day. So if you have to go and do something crazy like that to make some money to start your online business, you do that. So if you have to go and dance like a chicken, you go and dance like a chicken. But again, don't use it as an excuse, because again, that's all it is. As long as you've got a means to get online, a means to do things online, you have what it takes to become successful. This one, a lot of people use this one. You must have heard friends say, or you may have said this yourself, I'm lucky if I can get my computer turned on. I don't know how to do this or that or the other. Well, guess what? None of us were born with these skills. I didn't know nothing about computers. When I acquired my first computer in 1999, I knew nothing. Absolutely nothing. But 15 years later, I've learned tons and tons and tons of skills because I wanted to learn. I wanted to know how to progress. Now, I'm actually quite proud of the fact that most of the stuff I do myself. I build my own membership sites and scripts. You know, there's a few things I do outsource, like graphic creation, but a lot of the stuff I do, what's technical, I do myself. Now, if something is too technical, you have two choices. You learn or you outsource. And usually it will determine, what happens will determine by, let me rephrase that. What happens will be determined by how hard it is or how long it will take. For example, I wouldn't want to spend, let's say, 100 hours learning how to install a script or set up a script or something along those lines, when I could probably outsource that task for $50 on Elance. You know, that's what you have to do. You have to look at what it is you need to learn, and look at what you can outsource. For example, I never create my own graphics. I never ever create my own graphics because there's two reasons. It'd take me far too long and they would look rubbish. And I probably wouldn't want to get to a stage where I'm a professional at creating graphics because I'm too busy making money doing other things. So I outsource that task. I outsource that to a guy called Steve who does all of my graphics because that's what he does. So, you know, don't use technical as an excuse. You have the biggest learning tool at your fingertips. It's called the internet. All you have to do is go to Google and search for your technical terms. How to install a blog, how to upload a website. You know, you just search that. Go to YouTube and you'll find training videos telling you how to do exactly what you need to do. And again, if it's something that you think will take too long, outsource it. But don't use it as an excuse because I won't buy it. Finally, a lot of people are not willing to invest in their success. Okay? And I don't mean just by, you know, training and buying information products and things like that. I'm talking about everyday things like software and other products and services. I have a guy I know, I cannot say his name, but he will not invest in Aweber. $20 per month. He sees it as an expense rather than an investment. I've tried time and time again to educate this guy on building a list and how he can follow up with customers and things like that. Now, he does well online, but he could be doing so much better. I have people who I know who wouldn't invest in something like Photoshop. You know, if it's something they need, you know, or Dreamweaver, or whatever software service you may need, and they will sometimes look for a cheaper or free version which won't do the job as well. Sometimes you have to put yourself in a position where you think, this is going to help me get to the next level. It's going to help me provide a better service, so I need to invest. You know, I've invested in tons and tons and tons of products and services over the years, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, because it's helped me to grow my business. So, you know, obviously, if funds are tight, you have to look for shortcuts. But when you get to a position where your business starts to grow, don't be tight with your money. I know some people who are so tight with their money, it's preventing them from making more money because they won't invest. They won't put their hand in their pocket and spend what needs to be spent to take their business to the next level. I hope this makes sense because a lot of people, you know, we all make fun of people who are tight and people who won't spend money. But some people are doing that with their business and it's harming their business. So that's the first video, guys. I want to end by asking you a question. I want to ask you a question. I want to know what you think. Do you think you have what it takes to be successful online? If you look underneath this video, you'll see that exact question getting asked. I'm going to talk about that in the next video. Okay, I'm going to talk about people's attitudes and what they think and whether they think they can be successful online. So all I want you to do now is answer the question underneath this video. When you have answered the question, I'll make sure you're the first person to receive the next video. Okay, you will be the first person to receive. So answer the question, confirm your email. You will be the first to see the next video, which will be released within the next 48 hours. Obviously, depending on when you're watching this, but it might already be released. But at the time of recording this video, the second video is 48 hours away. So answer the question, guys, and hopefully you've took something from this today. So my name's John Thornhill. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I'll see you soon.